Namaste from this side to that. Don't be shocked if I say that this animation has been created in PowerPoint. And don't worry, in this video I'll tell you all the steps that I followed to create this cool animation. Without any further ado, let's get started. First of all, we need to see what all elements do we need to create this design. Firstly, we need this shape in the background. We need this shape in the background as well, and then we need some dots that you can see over here. These are the three shapes that I have created in Illustrator, and I'll show you how. Let's move to Illustrator. For the dot shape, what I did was I created a small circular shape over here. I don't need a stroke around it, I just need a fill. That's done. What I need to do is I need to create this shape as a symbol. I'll reduce the size a bit and then I'll click add over here. Whatever settings are here, they are fine, and I'll click OK. Next, I need to select this symbol sprayer icon from here. Since this is white, so it won't be visible on the artboard as of now. So let's create a rectangle in the background and let's color this as black. Let's go to the sprayer tool. Since this symbol icon is selected, the symbol sprayer tool will use this icon to create the spray. All I need to do is I just need to create small dots by moving my mouse. Now, as you can see, that all the dots are of the same size. But to create depth and illusion, as you can see over here, I have dots of different sizes. So let's do the same over here. Long press the symbol sprayer tool and it says symbol sizer tool. Select this, and as you click, the dot size will increase, and if you press Option on Mac or Alt on Windows and then click, the dot size will decrease. So using these tools, just create this pattern that you can use in the PowerPoint. And then for this shape icon, what we need to do is we need to use an ellipse. Make it as an outline. I'm increasing the outline too so that it's visible on screen. Now create a replica of this. Make the two circles overlap. Shift Option and bring the edges towards the center. This will help us in reducing the size of the circle. Now what we need to do is we need to do blend, and here is the option. Or you can go to Object, Blend, Make. Again, go to Object, Blend, or Blend Options. Here, instead of smooth color, go for specified steps, and you can go for as many number of steps as you want. For this video, let's go with 20. Great, so we have this. Now all we need to do is we need to play around with it. Use this direct selection tool and now move around the corners of this circle and the outer circle. Play around with these handles. You can also go to the pen tool. P is the shortcut for that. Long press that, and here are the options to add anchor points. So you can use this as well to add anchor points in this so that you can create different variations for this circle. Again, go to the direct selection tool and now use the new points that you have created. Use them to create dynamic shapes for your presentation. So like this, you can play around with this and create the shapes as you like. So next, what I need to do is I need to create these two shapes as SVGs. So for next steps, we need to bring those SVG files into our PowerPoint presentation. So let's drag and drop it here. I have the SVG file, and the benefit of having an SVG file is that I can anytime change the color of the graphic. So here, if I need to change it to say green, I can instantly change it to green. And same stands true for the dots file. For this one, you can just rotate it so that you can have the second shape for you. Update the background of this image, right click, format background. You can use whichever color you like. Then we need to update the colors of the background lines. So for this one, let's go for this. Actually, this is too bright. Let's go for white and let's add some transparency to it. And for the next color, let's go for this sky and let's add some transparency to it as well. So now I have this background. I need to create the circular shape that's inside. So for that, I'll create a circle over here. I'll update the stroke to white, 4 point. Let's make the color similar to the background color. We have this. Now let's go to shapes and let's select this over here. So we have this. Let's make the size of this circle similar to this circle, and it says 9.76. Let's copy this. You can find this information easily in the shape format option available in PowerPoint. Now let's select this circle and first of all, let's make these linked. Now when I change the height of this, the width will automatically change. Now let's make this stroke say 50 poles. 50? Okay, this is too much, maybe 25. Yes, 25 sounds good. Now we need to make these overlap. Let's select this and we can have this stroke as much as we want. So I'm fine with this much. Now since so this is one of the interesting things that I want to share with you, that since the graphic that we have used in the background, it's all wavy, the element that we have added is circle. So having these edgy ends for this circular stroke, they will not complement the design, and that's one of the reasons why I have added rounded ends in this design. As a designer, it's very important to see what elements are complementing each other in order to have a professional design in hand. So here cap type is flat, let's go for round. It says meter, let's go for round. Awesome, now we have our design over here. I need to add an icon, so maybe I can go to insert icons. From here, let's go and search for some design related icon. Here are the design icon options, and I have used this one. So I'll select this and insert. So I have this icon on screen now. I'll update the color of this to white, bring it to center, increase the size of this. I'll fix the alignments for this. As a designer, it is very important to have proper alignments, otherwise your design will definitely look immature. Now let's select this and let's make it white. Now let's combine it with the design that we have over here. And in case sometimes what happens is the layers are not coming the way you want it, so you can always select a layer, right click, reorder overlapping layers, and you can bring forth or bring back the layer as you need it. So I want this layer to be in front of these two layers, and then I want the circle layer. Over that I need the circular stroke that I have added, and then the icon, which is great. And next I need to type in the text. Let's align it again. Middle. Let's shift the graphic a bit towards the bottom. Now comes the time where we need to add the magic to this particular slide. That means we need to add the animation. Select this and add zoom animation to it. We will also select after previous. This means that this icon will zoom in, and after previous means when you go to the slideshow mode and when this slide shows up without any click, just after the slide is visible on screen, this icon will come up. Let's select all these graphics. So I'm selecting all, and now I'm deselecting the graphics which I don't need to work on. So I selected the circles and the icon. Now I have the 3 graphics. I'll apply wipe animation to these 3. So I don't want to do any clicks. So instead of on click, let's go with after previous again. So once the icon shows up, after that, these graphics will wipe. But there's a catch. If you see right now, this is so plain and blend. They are wiping off at the same time and at the same angles. We need to add the magic now. We need to change the angle of the wipe so that it doesn't look so bland. So I'll select the first graphic, and instead of from bottom, let's go for from left. And for the second graphic, let's go for from right. Select this dot graphic, and instead of wipe, just go for fade. We go ahead and change the timing for this one, and let's make it 1 second instead of 0.5 second, and see. Next, we need these things to rotate, and for the dots to zoom in. But let's select this. Let's add animation. Spin is the animation that we need to add. Now let's select this 360-degree clockwise. That's fine. So currently, if you'll see, it's too fast. It could make a person spin. So let's slow down the animation for this one, 25 seconds. For the repeat, let's say until the end of the slide, because we have other options as well, like spin twice, thrice, or 4 times. But if we add until the end of slide, so when you are working on a presentation and after say 5 seconds, 10 seconds, you are to shift on the next slide, there won't be any arc or any jump when you are shifting on the next slide. Let's do after previous for this again. Let's select this blue line graphic now. Spin 25 seconds for repeat until end of slide, and instead of clockwise, let's do this anti-clockwise. So what will happen is this will move in clockwise direction, and this blue will move in the anti-clockwise direction, and it will create a dynamic effect. Grow shrink. This looks pretty good, the way, the amount that they are growing. So 150 is fine. 8 seconds until end of slide. If you remember, we have added 25-second rotation for the lines, but the dot animation will stop in just 8 seconds, which will look odd. So let's select this and select auto reverse for this. You need to select these two and select with previous. And now if we go to the slideshow mode, you can see the magic happening. Okay, so we needed to do some adjustments with the placements. We need to rotate it and see how merging well with all the graphics that we have on screen, and this is the result that we have created. I hope you followed along and you liked the animation that we have created. You can definitely play around with this animation, add some twist to it, or maybe add some you element to this animation and make it more interesting and personalize it to your needs. And that's my time. I hope you liked the process that I have just shared, and you must have followed along. So if you would like to share the results that you have created, I would love to see those. Feel free to share the links in the comment section and I'll be happy to have a look at that. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe so that you get the updates about the new videos. And that's my time. Hasta la vista. Cheero.